Alright, y'all. So, I know I was looking around for a way to do it, and I didn't actually find a good way to remove the balancer on a 2013 or later Coyote motor and an F150. They don't really make a tool for it. I looked all around for, Ford and all the aftermarkets and all that stuff. Never really found anything. So I just got out my old puller and, I kind of made it work, wedged it in there a little bit, figured out a way to make it work. So I ended up using two different styles. I used my bigger one that you see here that finally got it off, obviously. And then I used my earlier one, which is the smaller one. I put both of my little ears in there to sorry about the camera, but to fit them in there. I kind of give me a second here, I'll take this one off. This side wouldn't fit in there very well, but so what I did was I put them in there just like this. Just kind of shoved them in. If you could see, I got it actually worked around the back side here, so you can see on the back it caught on the balancer itself. And I had to use, when I put it in there, I actually had to use my pry bar to get it in between, see or not, in between here and the back side of this, to be able to make it flat, or to to get it in the back so I could actually grip it and pull it out. So I used the little one first, maxed that out. The length of this one here, I just maxed it out all the way up against the stop. And then when that ran out, I was able to use the bigger ones. I couldn't get these ones in there at first. I was able to use the bigger ones and get it in. Now, this one, you saw I had to take the pin out of this end here to get it out. Reason being is because it's too fat. Both of these are too fat to fit inside here at the same time. See how it won't, kind of won't go in there all the way. So I had to kind of rotate it, get it in, put it in, and then this one here, I rotated it, stuck it in, and then I slid the bar over top of it, put the pin in. That was once it was, I would say probably halfway out or so, but at least it finally came out. So this is my 5.0 project I'm doing for a buddy of mine. Kind of taking the whole thing apart and all that jazz. Trying to do heads on it because it's got a bad miss on number 8 and number 4. And, this is my first time doing one of these engines. I haven't done one of these before. Of course, this thing is turned into a project, and you're supposed to, as they say, lift the cab to do all the work I'm doing on this thing. And I said, F that, I'm not paying $9 grand to Ford to, or he wasn't paying $9 grand to Ford to do an engine job. So they would not, Ford told him, because the truck has 130,000 miles on it, they would not do heads on it. They would only do an engine swap. So he don't want to pay that, and I don't blame him, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to pay it either for, a 2013 that's got 130,000 on it. So this is what it looks like once it's off. Obviously, everybody knows what it looks like. I didn't have to use a socket or anything like that to get it off. I did watch one video on YouTube where you had to use, or the guy used I think it was a 21 millimeter socket or something like that to get it off. I didn't have to use any of that. Just took the bolt out, and like I said, just used the pullers to get it off all the way. That was that. But yeah, you have to take all this jazz off just to be able to, I don't know why the video is so daggone grainy when I pull it out, but you have to take all this stuff off just to be able to, access balancer and pull these the whole front housing off to be able to get to the heads and pull the heads off and stuff like that. So, fun times. But yeah, that's how you get the balancer off. Like I said, just use a regular puller, 2-prong puller. I mean, you could use a 3, that'll work too. Just jack it up against the center bolt here, and yeah, away you go. All right, thanks.